Chris Domeier. I'm a fisheries biologist with the state of Minnesota. I work out of the Ortonville area fisheries office. My job is to manage fisheries resources in all parts of 7 counties in west central Minnesota. We work from Lake Hendricks all the way up north to Lake Traverse, and then all the way east to Lac-Parle Lake, and then also on the Minnesota River down to Granite Falls. These at our office include, we have a lot of different things we work on, but one of the biggest ones is we're responsible for actually inventorying our fisheries resources. So you have a lake or a river and you have fish in there. It's our job to go out and do some survey work, figure out what's out there, what kind of condition is the fishery in overall. Do we need something to do something to try to improve it? Is it okay just the way it is? We may do things from maybe looking at potential regulations to make fishing better, fish stocking to make fishing better, habitat work to make fishing better, and actually that's becoming kind of our section of focus lately, is to do as much habitat work as possible. It's pretty simple. If you have good fish habitat, you don't really have to do much else other than let the fish take care of themselves. When you have to do a lot of fish stocking and stuff like that, you're usually looking at situations where your habitat isn't what you'd like it to be, and you're basically supplementing the populations by stocking fish. Another big aspect of our work is fish stocking. Ortonville, we raise a lot of walleye fingerlings for the state of Minnesota. We'll take young, newly hatched walleye fry in the spring, put them in a lot of different ponds, allow them to grow, and then in fall we'll go back and we'll net those fish, and we put them on the trucks and transport them around the state. And many of our areas do the same thing, and the private sector also does a lot of walleye stocking. And we transfer those fish to various lakes. We even stock fishing in the Minnesota River, so that's another big aspect of our work. Another thing we do a lot of is habitat type projects. We get involved in dam removals, for example. It's a classic example of habitat work where you can improve a fishery without doing anything other than taking out one structure. Appleton Dam, there was no catfish fishing to be had whatsoever above Appleton in 1997, nor had there been for many, many years. By 1998, you could go catch catfish upstream of Appleton, and not just little ones, because big ones moved up also, obviously, but and that was just one of the species that moved upstream. So we do habitat work that can improve fishing. Bottom line, when I really look at my job and our work, we work for anglers because they fund the majority of our salaries. So we try to make sure at least the work we're doing in some way is going to provide some benefit to people that are out there with a fishing pole in their hand. Another thing we get involved in is public education. We'll help out with kids fishing events, educational events. We'll go to sportsmen's clubs meetings. Just about anything that can educate the public and anglers about fishing and the importance of fisheries and fisheries habitats. We'll be out and involved in. And this is one of those classic examples of that. I know you guys asked me how much time do I have. Well, I'm going to give you as much time as you want, because this is really important to us and the work we do. Ultimately, if the habitat's cleaned up, we can all retire. I'm looking at 10, maybe 15 years. I think I'll have a job for the next 10 years, to be honest.